disappointed somewhat with their non-conference, but feeling okay about the 4 and 6 right now with a chance to push things forward in the second half of the conference season. Should be a good one tonight here in Madison. Sam Bergio, the junior DS, starts out serving for Maryland. Alford begins setting for the Terps. Bergio got to it as Madison Duello had pushed it to the corner.
That's a good way to start for Wisconsin. Look at that dig, laying out Barnes all the way through, but Duello just making a nice play at the net, being physical.
Izzy Ashburn back to serve for Wisconsin, the very talented freshman from Minnesota. Another ace serve, and that's what she has done all season. Leads the conference in aces per set.
How about a freshman coming in, getting the nod to start, and being ranked right off the bat? Impressive.
Really impressive, and Kelly Sheffield raves about her demeanor. Sydney Hilly, the All-American setter, links up with her roommate, Dana Retke, on the slide.
Yeah, just a nice high set for Retke, not super flat or fast. Gives her enough time to get her long frame over there and reach at a high point of contact.
And again, as we told you, she returned on Sunday and missed a couple of matches with a left foot injury that she suffered about 2 weeks ago in the match here against Illinois. Molly Haggerty tees up. And so it was a chance for Retke to heal that. She came back, and as you said, she was a little bit rusty at first and then settled in against Michigan on Sunday.
Not a lot of people would think she was rusty, right? And I hate saying that. That's not a negative thing. It's just somebody coming off of a lack of practice and just getting used to the pace of the game.
I believe the phrase from Kelly Sheffield as to her blocking early on, waving dish rags up there at the net.
Yeah, that's a good one. Have to use that.
First point for the Terps here on the road, and now Katie Myers back to serve. The fourth-year sophomore. As you mentioned, she's been through the injuries in her career. There's Retke again for the Badgers.
Well, one of the things that Maryland told us they need to do tonight is take the middle out of the equation. So they don't want to make sure they serve tough and try to get Wisconsin out of system so kills like that won't happen.
But as Adam Hughes pointed out to us, this Wisconsin team is not getting aced a whole lot. Point to Wisconsin at the net. So you've got the serving of the Badgers, and then for Adam Hughes to try to figure out, all right, well, they've been good in serve-receive as well as this year's gone along. Getting error from Maryland.
Yeah, it's nice to see Jada Gardner, too. She can go up 2 feet and 1 foot over there, and so she gets a lot of range, but unfortunately, that was just wide.
And a quick timeout for Adam Hughes with his team on the road against number 4 Wisconsin.
Defense.
Trying to get to 11-0, which would be their best start since 2001. That team, of course, finished up 19-1 in the Big Ten. That's also how the 2014 team finished up at 19-1 in the Big Ten. We told you about Grace Loberg and how impressive the numbers are for her. She's hit at least 200 in 14 straight matches coming into tonight. She's eliminated a lot of the up and down recently. Lily sets her again. Teed off at Bergio. Hilly to the dump. Fast start for Wisconsin, up by 8.
Now they're coming out of the gate fast, and that's what it comes for. A 3-point pass for Hilly. She does a nice job of disguising it. Perfect pass, though, to get it done.
What a start from the Badgers. Now on a 5-0 run with Molly Haggerty serving. Maryland goes to the middle and gets its second point. Terps split last week in the Big Ten. They had a win in Evanston on Wednesday in 5 sets. Adam Hughes' team has played a lot of those this season. And then on Saturday, second time going up against Penn State back in College Park. Straight sets lost to the Nittany Lions. Sam Snyder, the lefty setter, was serving. And a double called on the Badgers.
Yeah, great serve by Sam Snyder. Takes him out of system. Philly's contact, you can see right there, one hand, their left arm is pushing out in front, right behind. The official notice is going to call it.
And Snyder with an ace serve going at Emmy Dodge.
Yeah, nice job by Maryland being aggressive on that serving line. Nothing to lose at this point. They got to go for gangbusters back there.
Snyder now with 33 aces this season. Already sitting here, still in the waning days of October, matching how many aces she had last year. Off the mark this time.
And you see her going after that hard zone 1-2 to try to take the middle out of the equation. You're going to see Maryland trying to hit that zone all tonight.
And now Dana Retke serves. An area where she has improved so much from her first couple of seasons. Great job by Izzy Ashburn to go down and get it, but the Terps block stands tall.
Yeah, nice job by Jones, really reading that ball. It was a great up by Wisconsin, but Jones takes that shuffle step over. Nice forehand on that block.
And hands with all fingers intact for Raynell Jones.
Oh, unfortunately, it was a full fault back there for Pritchard. Got the line judge pretty active on that flag there.
So a couple of serving miscues for Maryland after the Snyder ace serve. Some trouble with the pass with the libero Allegra Rivas. To the pin again, and a block on Rebecca Raff.
Yeah, and that sets a little inside and flat. It's going to be hard to score anyway, but look at Duello really reach in. Hart's given the seam there, but Rath really kind of turned it back into Duello.
To the middle. Tiffany Clark dug the swing that came from Raynell Jones. Snyder back for Rath on a tip that's kept up. Tight to the net, and the point to the Terps.
We still have Maryland hitting in the negative right now, with Wisconsin with 6 kills and 3 errors.
We saw Raynell Jones check out. We mentioned hands and fingers intact. She dislocated a finger in the match in College Park on Saturday against Penn State. She only was out for 5 points in that match. She came right back in.
Tough.
What a swing by Danielle Hart going line.
Don't take me out, coach. I can still do it. Nice pass by Loberg, getting it up. But look at Danielle Hart there, really identifying Rath's left hand and goes after it.
Yeah, that is a hefty, hefty tape job.
It
but
is.
She has powered through it.
Yeah, she doesn't want to feel that.
Snyder sets the middle for Myers. Here's Haggerty. Scoring again for the Badgers.
Yeah, Haggerty's going to go for those deep edges. She notices the defense is really creeping up for Maryland. You've got the left back and the middle back kind of around the 25-foot line.
Well, the lead is 8 again here in set 1 for number 4 Wisconsin. And Adam Hughes has already used his 2 timeouts.
It's funny, though. I've never seen Bucky Badger dress up. It was good. It's a good one.
It's a costume contest. We don't know if Bucky Badger is eligible. We understand there is a different adults and kids divisions for this one. You got to figure out how you classify the mascot in that case. 8-point Badgers lead here in set 1, and they keep rolling with Danielle Hart in the middle.
Yeah, well, that's Sydney Hilly's range right there. And boy, she's done a nice job from last year to this year. Look at her on the 10-foot line, pumping her middle. And even though Danielle Hart is only going to tip on that ball, it's still a point. And you still have to keep setting those middles whenever you get the chance.
Maryland just did that with Katie Myers. Lauren Barnes, a big dig in the back row. Rivas' bump set for a back row attack as Pritchard came flying in. Haggerty just off target, trying to go sharp cross.
Yeah, and Haggerty's got these shots all over the court by this time in her career, and look how close that is. She's going hard for that sharp angle, just misses it.
8-point margin, Nicole Alford serves. Big swing at Pritchard in the back row. Back to Duello a second time, and she goes to the tip. She's been battling through an ab strain recently, and Kelly Sheffield says as she gets healthier, which she is, the numbers will tick up for her. She was an All-American, of course, last year.
Well, can you just imagine with an ab strain reaching above your forehead, above your head every time you take a swing? So that's got to be painful.
And Kelly Sheffield says it has been really painful for her. She combines beside Dana Retke on the block.
Yeah, it's a nice combo right there between those two. Big block, read it well. Really reaches into the court. You got Retke reaching in towards the ball, and you've got Duello reaching back into the court. So not a lot of space for the Terps to hit into. So
short serve, but a service error from the libero Tiffany Clark. Bergio back in for Maryland. Junior from just outside of Buffalo. Plays back row for Rebecca Rath, the true freshman. Big passing responsibility for Lauren Barnes. She put it right to Sydney Hilly. Barnes digs a swing from Pritchard. Haggerty, though, is blocked.
yeah, nice job by Jada Gardner. But I'm watching some defense on both sides of the net, and Haggerty's been working really hard to kind of shorten up her approach these days and doing a better job on out-of-system balls. That time, Maryland's just too tough. They're doing a nice job as a team, though, on their blocks per set. Maryland has 2.49 blocks per set right now at this point in the season. And just to give you a comparison, Wisconsin's at 2.34 blocks per set. So they're doing a nice job in that department.
And they score off the block this time.
Yeah, it was a good wipe. They need some points here. Double digits finally for Maryland. They got to keep climbing to get out of that negative hole in the hitting percentage.
Bergio trying to lengthen this scoring run for the Terps. Barnes stepped in front of Haggerty to pass. Kept up. Hilly to Retke. A second time. And Retke terminates through the block.
Yeah, and that's why she's up there. So second chance opportunities, they're going to find Retke no matter what. Haggerty on the first try. Good coverage ball from Maryland to keep it alive. But in the end, you've got that high point of contact. She's going to be able to swipe wherever she wants against a good Maryland defense.
3 kills on 4 swings for Dana Retke, the 2-time first-team All-American. And Myers counters. And Kelly Sheffield had so much praise for Katie Myers, says she's one of the most underrated players in the conference.
Well, definitely. I mean, look at this point. She communicates with her setter. Setter sets behind. She sees all areas on the court and makes a good play on the ball. Not a lot of errors for Katie Myers. She's going to do all the right things for her program.
Kelly Sheffield said she's having as good a season as any middle in this conference. Serves pretty tough as well. Alford out toward the pin. Pritchard kept it up. Gardner. Hilly to Retke on the slide. Wow, kept up by the Terps in the back row. That was Alford. Oh, and as Maryland was trying to seize some momentum, a double called in the point to Wisconsin.
Oh, great defense. I love this layout right here by Ashburn getting that second contact with Clark. But look at this. Oh, right off the shoulder, keeping the ball alive, even claps her hands at the end, say, come on, somebody get this second contact.
As she's going down.
As she's going down.
Trouble in serve receive for the Terps. Down by 8. Retke teeing off at Rivas.
Yeah, she finds that spot too. That's her set right there. Little kick on the end. See her get back behind the 10-foot line to take that full approach. To seize that hand, reach out. As a blocker, you don't want to wave to the fans, Mike. You want to wave back in towards the court.
A lot of ground covered again in the back row. That was Bergia. Point Maryland.
Yeah, great hustle by Maryland, too. And then rewarded with this kill by Pritchard. But nice layout right there, keeping the ball alive. Rivas sets it up. She gets an assist on that one, so good play by Rivas.
Pritchard finished it off with the roll shot. Snyder back to serve, the native of Manhattan Beach, California. Again going at Emmy Dodge. And another point for the Terps.
Yeah, it's really important for them to get some points now. I mean, there's a spread here, 7 points, so it's not the end. But they got to build up some momentum starting from the serving line. Big thing is get their middles out of system for Maryland, but they also need to work on their defensive transition game too.
Snyder was trying to go right back to the same zone and off the tape.
You know, the tape can be your friend for serving. Got to go after it. You got to put some heat on that ball so it just dribbles over.
Snyder's had some big serving matches this season. 5 aces against UT San Antonio, 4 aces against Kansas State. Loberg a second swing, and Rivas dug it. Snyder to the middle. Retke laid out for it, but Maryland is now within 5.
Yeah, they're scrapping.
And Kelly Sheffield wants a timeout. It's a 4-0 Terrapins run to get back within 5. Well, we told you this Wisconsin team is at 10-0. They are alone in first place, but for as good as the wins have been in conference, there's still a long way to go. We're only at the halfway point in conference playlist. Yeah,
and Coach Sheffield said, hey, we talked about winning the Big Ten in the preseason, maybe in the summer, and even last spring. They talked about their goals, but they haven't talked much about it at all once the conference or once the season's want to fight every match. And you know, you can't control what other teams are going to do. You can only control what you're going to do on that given night. So they want to compete, they want to earn points, and they want to walk out of a place like Wisconsin or a place like Penn State and win.
Well, hey, we remind you, you can chime in tonight. Use the hashtag BTNBlockParty, and we will show you the best tweets that you guys have throughout the night. As again, Maryland serving at Dodge gets within 4 now here in set 1. The closest the Terps have been since it was 5-1. Just a half dozen points into this match. Haggerty came in for Dodge. Retke down the line.
Yeah, way to stop the bleeding in that rotation around rotation 5 where Hilly's only got 2 hitters right here. Haggerty does a nice job of passing in the middle of the court, so our setter gets a second contact.
After coming in cold off the bench. Service error from Dana Retke.
Serving is such a big factor in this game. We talk about it so much, and I think year after year, it's just, it really stands out. And that's a great thing about volleyball, too, because you can start at such a young age perfecting your serve.
Nice pass by Loberg to Hilly. Coverage from Clark off the Terps block. Rivas' bump set. Pritchard out of the back row. Ashburn kept it up. Haggerty with space. Now off the free ball. Jones from the middle. Maryland is within 3.
And that's volleyball right there. Great motion, great momentum, good hustle. But in the end, it was Maryland's free ball opportunity that won that. They were able to set the middle and score.
Oh, and a service error from Pritchard.
Yeah, that's not good. You want to be able to rebound fast after that one.
Still within 4. Nice swing toward the line from the freshman Rath. Pritchard out of the back row this time.
Well, that's the nice thing about a good player there, that she misses her serve, she comes back and gets a kill on that back row attack, which they'll use her, and that's why she's in there. She makes that move, and she swings off the block. She knows exactly what she's doing.
Danielle Hart tried to tip it at the pin.
This is a big deal for Rath playing in this environment at Wisconsin. Her first experience playing in front of this crowd as an outside hitter, young outside hitter.
When otherwise, she'd be finishing up her final high school season of
That's
volleyball
right around now. That's right. That's right. Impressive, right?
17-year-old true freshman from the Orlando, Florida area.
Yeah, and she told Coach Hughes, hey, I'm ready to go. And he didn't expect her to come this early. She took some courses, finished up. Had a nice kickstart in her collegiate career.
Her Terps are within 3 late in set 1 here in enemy territory. And Duello brings up set point for the Badgers.
That's 3 kills for Madison Duello. The veteran right side. Nice flat set for her, perfect. Right in her window.
Tiffany Clark serving for Wisconsin. Service error. Only 1 ace for the Badgers against 4 service errors. Maryland has received 4 aces, all from Sam Snyder. Good pass by Lauren Barnes. Haggerty. Maryland out of sync. Hilly back for Haggerty. Tries Duello this time, and Rivas dug it. Off the overpass, kept up. Clark's pump set for Haggerty, and Rivas there again. Haggerty on Wisconsin's second set point. A swing that misses from Pritchard, and the Badgers take set 1. Will they challenge this? It looked very close to the naked eye on the swing from Pritchard.
Great work on both sides. A lot of grit right there for Wisconsin coming up with that.
Adam Hughes will for Lauren Barnes. And a Wisconsin team that had to handle quite the run from Maryland. Remember, it was 2011. Maryland goes on a 7-1 run to cut it to 3, but they didn't get any closer than 3 the rest of the way.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job from the serving line too, and getting those short runs. But yeah, I'm looking at the time. I'm looking at the setting right now for Maryland, and just giving opportunities for their big guns, Pritchard, Myers, to get some nice swings in there. But it does start with the first contact.
And just 7 kills for the Terps in set 1. Getting just a shade out of the negatives where they were for much of that first set. It was a tough serve by Tiffany Clark to start out set 2. And the Terps have the first point.
Yeah, it was a smart play by Pritchard to start him off. Left side blockers come in and play that off blocker defense, but you got to make a hard move to get that tip.
Everything mopped up appropriately here at the outset of set 2. Katie Myers serve. Tough one at Lauren Barnes. Haggerty. Tough angle there.
That was a great shot, too. And I like watching her, too. She's done a nice job from even last season to this season, shorten up her approach, getting rid of that broad jump, seeing the hard angles. She's got great vision up there. She can hit those sharp angles.
And Kelly Sheffield, when we chatted with him at length, he spent a lot of time talking about the out-of-system work and what his two outsides, Loberg and Haggerty, have done with their approaches and their footwork.
You can tell, for a viewing audience out there, keep an eye on all the outside hitters. Watch them transition, watch them get back. Are they taking big steps to the ball? There's a lot to pay attention to if you're a fan of volleyball.
Ashburn kept it up. Hilly to the dump, denied by Bergio. Hitting error by Erica Pritchard, her third. Well, Wisconsin has shored up its defense, and when you serve tough, Maryland not in system a whole lot so far and hitting below 100.
Well, this is where you get in trouble, too. If you're somebody like Maryland, you see holes on the court and you try to place them instead of trying to hit them. So there's a difference. You want to still put some power and some force behind the ball instead of just trying to roll shot or place the ball exactly where it needs to be.
It skims off the tape, and the Badgers are up by 2.
Yeah, that's Haggerty's 4th kill. She's got a few errors in there, too, but here's a good example. She's going that hard shot, thumb up, thumb down, getting around Jones's block. And Haggerty's not afraid to take those risks. That's why it makes her a great player, makes her a great outside hitter.
A swing by Jada Gardner, attacking line. There's Haggerty again. Rolling so far out of the gates in set 2.
Yes, this is what happens, too. If you're a blocker, you're thinking about the last shot that she had. So Jones is shoring up. She's going a little skinny up there, not going wide. And Haggerty gets her. So keep your form. You got to mind, keep your form as a blocker.
Service error from
We haven't had a chance
Izzy
to work
Ashburn.
on your block yet.
Yeah, we had block. I don't know if any coaching by you can help me with that.
We might need a court to look
Important, a couple of inches. 4-2, the Badgers lead in set 2. Withstood Maryland's pressure in set 1. Snyder serves, and a 5th ace for her already.
That's awesome for her. Does a nice job as a lefty, really reaching. And that ball just drops right in front of Barnes.
What do you think of this venue and the way balls float here on serves?
Well,
Anything
they
in particular?
they definitely do. And it's different from a Maryland gym, too. Big open air. I know Wisconsin added air conditioning, too. Not that they're going to have it on tonight. Or they have it on tonight. They don't, but it definitely floats.
There's a block on Pritchard. Haggerty back to serve for Wisconsin. On the overpass, Pritchard scores.
Yeah, just being physical up at the net. It's really important. You saw Schreiner take a nice swing at the ball. Maryland being patient. Second chance opportunity for Maryland. They got to find ways to earn their points against a team like Wisconsin, and that's one way, being physical at the net.
Good pass by Clark. Retke with the touch and the point.
Yeah, great touch. Yeah, just keep the ball in front of her. She eyeballs the block right in front, goes for that deep line shot.
Things checked out well for her after she returned to action on Sunday in Ann Arbor. Ribas. Hart and Hilly not in total sync on the slide, and now Loberg is blocked.
Well, Jones is doing a nice job up there.
Sophomore and a Maryland
form.
native.
Right. Great form, working hard, identifying where that set is going and make a strong move.
Snyder to the middle. And Ashburn couldn't stop it.
Well, Myers is up there so fast, and that's the thing that is working in her favor. She's a middle that transitions. She's got quick reflexes, very twitchy. Shows her arm fast to her setter and is able to score.
It was just her second kill. Lowbird passing and swinging in this rotation. And Wisconsin back ahead by 1. So 5 kills, 5 hitting errors on 20 swings for Erica Pritchard. And only a couple of kills for Katie Myers, and yet Maryland has hung around in this. There's Myers.
Yeah, they need to get her going. And it starts with the pass, so the setter can find her. But nice up by Rath, sets behind. Heart's there, but her hands aren't up high enough, and the timing needs to be there too. But against a one-on-one, Myers is going to score, and she's been scoring all year.
A wave of knee injuries for her going back to high school, of course. ACL injury in high school, then a meniscus injury as a freshman in College Park, another meniscus issue. She is the rare 4th-year sophomore.
And that sounds like a Halloween story right there. But look at her now.
And at such a high level. Wow, Wisconsin kept it up against Myers. Point goes to the Terps to level us off at 8.
Yeah, great get by Wisconsin. Laying out for this ball, identifying that paintbrush, and just squeezes it through. I'm surprised she got it up, but she did. She kept it going.
There's Hilly, Barnes, and Duello.
Yeah.
Bergio. Short serve again. And the middle. That's Danielle Hart.
Yeah, that's Maryland trying to serve in zone 1 as well to take Hart out of the equation. And, you know, you got somebody like Sydney Hilly, it doesn't matter. She's going to find a way to set her middles and set her middles to a point where they get a kill. So good connection by the two of them. They've been working hard, too, on that connection. Something that wasn't there in the beginning of the year, but it's there now.
An explosive swing from Jada Gardner, but back to Hilly. You're the great person to ask about this. What do you think of the season she is having as a junior now?
Well, I think it's awesome. I think she's such a student of the game. She watches a lot of film. She works hard on figuring out the players, the teammates' personalities, so she can get, figures out what they need from her. She's a giver. She's not a taker. And that's what makes setters so good in this league, in any league. If you have these all-American numbers, it's not just your setting ability, it's how you get along with your teammates. And if you're a good leader, she's a captain. And like Coach Sheffield said, she's a perfectionist. Now, I'm not saying you have to be a perfectionist to be a great setter, but that work ethic is there.
Nice dig by Barnes. Hilly to the dump.
Good timing, right? Talking about Hilly and getting things done, being the complete player that she is. But, she's got a supporting cast right now with Wisconsin. The defense is there, the chemistry. Barnes is getting the ball up. Clark is getting the ball up for her. Ashburn makes her job easier.
Badgers by 2. Trouble on the set for Gardner. And Retke. Yeah, I loved what Kelly Sheffield had to say about Sydney Hilly. He said, I would sit there in school, and it would be a sigh of relief for me if I just passed an exam. Well, her personality is such that she could get an A but miss a question, and she'll be irritated with herself.
Right. Where would you fall on that, Mike?
Definitely not getting A's. Service error, though, from Izzy Ashburn. This Maryland program in its brief time squaring off with Big Ten foes, has never defeated Wisconsin, but they did play him close in all 3 sets last year in College Park. It's been similar so far here in Madison. Redke's got the Badgers up by 3.
Yeah, nice job. Even though this pass wasn't a 3-point, it's a 2-point pass, but doesn't matter for Hilly. She's going to go against the grain. Look at Barnes' celebration after that one.
Serve Molly Haggerty.
That's a great serve, and you know, I wish sometimes we can really do a slow motion and just watch that sucker float. It's such a different vantage point too when you're that serve receive. Sometimes I wish we had that GoPro cam on our on the passer, so you can see that ball just take off. You think it's going in one direction, and the last second it moves.
That'll give any passer nightmares seeing the slow-mo of that.
You know, a lot of people ask, well, what do you do if something like that happens? And a lot of times you'll see the serve receive start creeping up. So look at where Wisconsin is right now. They're around the 15, 16-foot line.
Better pass that time from Emmy Dodge. And Wisconsin ahead by 4. Well, Dana Redke, costumes aplenty. How's that for headwear?
Yeah, how is that staying on?
Dana Redke serving at Allegra Rivas out of the timeout. And off the touch, point to Maryland.
And we got Emma Schreiner too, and she's been active, but not a lot of kills from her end. But nice tall frame on her, working hard on her block. Offensive numbers have been climbing since the beginning of the year.
Hilly on that wide slide for Danielle Hart.
Yeah, she's getting more range as she gets more contacts, and she's getting more looks now from Hilly going against the grain, following it. You want to chase it, that slide ball. She does a nice job of keeping the ball in front of her.
And Kelly Sheffield, as it's another service error, has seen the growth both offensively and defensively for Danielle Hart. And he has pointed out that teams had hit at such a high clip when she was in the front row earlier in the year, but she's cleaned up a lot of that blocking-wise, and then the range, to your point, has got her in a better groove working with Sydney Hilly.
Yeah, I like what he said, too. I mean, she's got the opportunity to practice against elite setters day in and day out. So that's, right there, there's not a lot of middle blockers that get that opportunity in certain conferences. But in this conference, look at her go for it. And that ball's not all the way out to the pin. That's inside. That's a certain play that they run. It splits the block and puts it down. But yeah, Danielle Hart, she's done a nice job of just progressing in a lot of areas, and that's what you want, especially from your second middle. Your M2.
Rivas jabbed at it. Wisconsin by 5.
Yeah, unfortunately, Pritchard's been doing that a little too often right now, trying to find holes on the court instead of taking that aggressive swing that like she normally does.
Adam Hughes wants to chat it over with Kelly Sheffield.
I'm eyeballing, the Big East, too. Creighton's, not much opportunity there except for Marquette will be in there. That'll be a good match.
We talked to Kelly Sheffield about the national landscape, and he said, I think this is the greatest season in the history of college volleyball. In no uncertain terms, he said that.
It's a pretty bold statement, I'd have to say, but looking at this generation of players, it truly is a lot of parity out there, very healthy competition, a lot of fun.
Haggerty again. She's up to 6 kills now.
You got that shot chart going on Haggerty up there? She's hitting all areas of the court. It's a lot of fun. She's got line shot, cross court, middle of the court, some tips. She keeps the defense on their toes.
And a reminder here in the field house, keep the flash off Liz Tortorello Nelson. The BTN block party tweets can wait. Maryland within 5.
Katie Myers doing what Katie Myers does.
Barnes has been great so far. Another good pass from her. And Duello off the block.
Yeah, nice three-point pass, too, to get this first ball side out. Huge. Hilly delivering a nice ball, and Duello's really trying to pass up the block. I don't think she meant to get blocked.
Where you've gotten to this point, but as we've talked about, still a long way to go in conference.
It is a long way, and then there's a whole different season, the postseason.
Clark with a line-to-line serve. Pritchard from the pin. Again, off target.
Yeah, not much of an approach for Pritchard, just doing a two-step and up, trying to find hands up there, trying to find something right now. She's hit negative, 6 kills, 7 errors. It's part of Maryland's huge offensive weapon.
Trouble in serve receive against Clark. What a dig by Barnes. Man, she's been good so far. Rivas jabbed at it. Kept up. What a beautiful pancake effort. Gardner dropped in. Duello this time, no tip. She unloads to put the Badgers up by 8.
Yeah, great rally on both sides, but look at Barnes get this pass up for their dig transition game. Off blocker defense by Jada Gardner just to keep it alive, but this is where Wisconsin makes you pay. Long rally, they're going to win it, and with a fast score by Duello.
Remember, set 2 had been tied at 9 early on. Pritchard denied.
And that all starts from the serving line, too, just taking them out of system. You got Rath really moving. The setter up, nowhere to go. It's a tough block to move around.
Tough serve by Tiffany Clark. And an ace to bring up set point.
Yeah, they're definitely going to pick on Rath. Back there, let's see if Maryland adjusts it all.
On the overpass. Rivas was there. And Wisconsin has taken the first 2 sets. To clarify even further, Liz Tortorello Nelson, the former Wisconsin great, Mike Monaco, our entire BTN crew with you from Madison, where Wisconsin's trying to get to 11-0 in the Big Ten.
And Recky's starting off. Fast kill there. It's her 9th kill on the evening.
And Izzy Ashburn serves. Recchi on the slide from Hilly. And a good start for Wisconsin in set 3.
Yeah, off of Barnes. Dig there. Nice job by Lauren Barnes. I love how she holds her platform out, too. Nice textbook dig there. Just holding it nice and firm to Sydney Hilly.
Ashburn serve did target Rath, but a point for Maryland.
Yeah, that's a nice swing by Erica Pritchard, too. High point of contact, really reaching high for that cross-court shot. It's a tough one to dig, too. Got to really step hard to your right if you're a defensive player back there. Let's see if Erica Pritchard can get back on track.
Up to 1,100 career kills now after her 7th. Haggerty laid out for it. And Hilly can't track it down. Great hustle here early in the 3rd game.
Yeah, you got to get yourself up for this. Be ready to move your feet. But look at Barnes getting that dig and Haggerty following it up. But in the end, it was Maryland with this 3-point free ball pass that gets it done. One of the things Coach Sheffield said is they want to clean up some errors. There wasn't an error on that last play, but that was really evident, too, I think, in the beginning of their season. just making sure that they're precise on their first contact.
Haggerty's pass, and now a swing. Even if it wasn't a pristine connection, she tees up anyway.
Yeah, and she's making fun of herself, too. You watch her footwork. Readjust, still keep the ball in front. There's a lot of young players out there that their feet will get messed up and they won't be able to adjust their upper body. So that was great by Dana Retke just to identify that. If your feet aren't working, just make sure your swing is working.
She was laughing about it with her roommate and her best friend, Sydney Hilly. This team is having some fun, trying to get to 15-4 overall. And again, looking to go 11-0 in the Big Ten.
And Haggerty wanted that ball to just drop. You saw the angle of her hand. Hit it flat behind the ball.
Katie Myers. This error.
Be contagious sometimes.
So Retke back to serve now. Had 4 aces in addition to a double-double at Michigan on Sunday, and she's got an ace serve here.
This is something that she's been working on from last season to this season. Came back from the summer training with the USA program, and she was working pretty hard on this, and boy, it's really paid off for her on all areas, except for that one.
Well, we told you Izzy Ashburn first in the conference in aces per set. Dana Retke right behind her in second entering tonight.
She gets a lot of points. Start some runs for her team back there on that serving line.
Pass by Dodge leads to a Loberg kill.
And defensively, Maryland is up, creeping up, especially Rivas over there. Potentially you see a hole in the block and your tendency to move into the court. And nice outside hitters like Loberg will see that and hit along the edges.
Short serve and an error from Sydney Hilly. Sam Bergio back to serve. She's done a really nice job solidifying the DS spot for this Terps team. Adam Hughes said we had been bullpen by committee, perhaps with the World Series on the mind, but she has really steadied things for him. Duello misses it, and Maryland's within 1.
Yeah, sometimes you see that block in front of you, 4 hands, you try to go around them instead of using them. Block sometimes can be your friend, so you want to go up high point of contact, still get some heat on that ball.
Bergio short again. Good pass by Dodge. Nice adjustment by Loberg on the set from Hilly.
Yeah, just being able to move your feet, and that's what's so important about this game. Not only on serve receive, see how Dodge gets underneath it, handles that platform. Loberg identifies it right away out of the hands of Hilly so she can adjust in that first step with her spike approach.
And the point goes to the Terps on a net violation.
Yeah, and that's what Coach Sheffield was talking about. Just clean up some of those errors, those miscues.
Rivas. Good Barnes pass. And the point to Wisconsin.
Nice tool by Duello. Making a change too. That one before hit wide. This time she used the block.
Nice Terps pass allows them to go to the middle to Katie Myers.
Yeah, first ball contact. Find Katie Myers wherever she is. And you just keep setting her. up their 3 rotations. She's got to get those attempts.
Let's see how they handle the lefty serve this time. Nice job by Clark. And Duello off the block.
That's what you need. You need to get into that rhythm as a pin hitter. Get to know the block in front of you, and she does a nice job. She's had her fair share, too, of injuries throughout her career at Wisconsin, and she's been able to bounce back each time. It's nice to see Duello out there.
Clark can't hunt it down. Maryland within 1. Speaking of injuries, we've talked about that with Katie Myers. And Adam Hughes was telling us some of the conversations that he had behind closed doors with her and how she set a goal in the offseason verbally to him. I want to be an All-American this year.
Yeah, I think that's half the battle for some of these players. They need to say it out loud. And you own it. And you got to work hard towards it. And your coaches will help you get there. And your teammates will definitely help you get there.
Redke, of course, already a 2-time first-team All-American. There's an ace serve for Haggerty going at Pritchard. Kelly Sheffield said Molly Haggerty hadn't been serving with the same confidence at the start of this season that she had last year, but it's been better recently. They hope that continues. Touch on the Badgers. Terps within 2.
Yeah, she's definitely low air, Haggerty, throughout the year. Only 11 serving errors.
Here's Myers. Loberg out of system.
Yeah, great get by Sydney Hilly, identifying, nice assist, putting high enough for Loberg to make a decision what she's going to do with that ball. Her progression is unbelievable, I think, from last year to this year. The amount of kills per set has increased dramatically for Grace Loberg.
One-on-one, Hart could not stop Raynell Jones in the middle. Yeah, very impressive numbers overall for Loberg. We showed you what she has done just in Big Ten matches, but overall 285 with the hitting percentage entering tonight. Passing here. Another out-of-system swing, and another Badgers point.
Yeah, it's just the timing on the block. Both blockers are there from Maryland, just making sure they wait a little bit longer and hang up in the air as long as they can.
Saw some of the passing frustration on Loberg's face, even though she's got Wisconsin up by 3, and make it 4 in set 3 here in Madison. Wisconsin, the number 4 team in the country, thinking sweep at home. For tonight's match, one of the great venues. They always pack this place here in Madison. Coming out of the timeout, the Terps find themselves within 3 here in set 3, trying to prolong it against number 4 Wisconsin. Error. There have been very few of those recently, and relatively for Wisconsin, part of the clean play that Kelly Sheffield has talked about over the last few weeks. Clark stepped in front of Loberg. And Duello again.
I like how Clark is taking most of the court back there. As a libero, you are the captain of the backcourt, so you have the green light to get any ball that you want, and she does that. She steps in front of players, gets the pass that she wants, but delivers too with that 3-point pass.
Service error from Barnes. Double figures in service errors from the Badgers tonight. Allegra Rivas. And the point to Maryland.
Yeah, here's the difference. You got Duello on the left side. She's used to hitting on the right side. You've got to wait an awful long time when you're out of system for that ball to get all the way to the pin.
Well, Kelly Sheffield takes a timeout with just a 1-point margin here in set 3. The Badgers in these 4 categories.
Yeah, can you imagine Maryland looking at these stats before you play a team like Wisconsin? But one thing I've noticed, at least in this set so far, is that Wisconsin's tempo, their pace, is a little bit slower. So they're playing at the level of Maryland right now. Now, that could be a strategy. That's what I kind of like right now about Maryland, is that they're slowing it down a little bit. Wisconsin wants to speed it up. So let's see what happens in this second half of this third set.
And the Terrapins on what is now a 5-1 run to get even at 16.
And it starts from the serving line.
Allegra Rivas, the sophomore libero from the Dallas area. Haggerty gets it back for Wisconsin in front.
Yeah, she's not afraid, too. That set was a little tight, and she goes after the block. But not straight on, not right into low seam. She's going away from the middle of that block. She's really aiming for the outside hand of that middle blocker. So good risk taker there.
After Haggerty laid out for it. Snyder again getting a heavy workload without Nicole Alford.
Years ago, you know, maybe in the Pac-12 for sure, because UCLA, Stanford, but a Pitt versus a Penn State, a Marquette, and a Wisconsin years ago, that wouldn't be a factor, but now it is. There's great players everywhere. The talent, there's a lot of talent out there, and it's spread out.
Rivas' bump set for Pritchard.
Oh, we had Chloe Prejean in there too, setting. Only 19 sets so far that she has played in. As part of the 6-2 offense for Maryland.
Service error for the Terps. Snyder frustrated.
Yeah, they're used to getting some production out of her back there in that serving line. She was giving Wisconsin some fits and some those rotations.
Izzy Ashburn. A serve.
Izzy Ashburn, the setter to be for Wisconsin for the future. She's getting a lot of great game experience this year.
Well, Adam Hughes needs his second timeout. Here, 17 on Maryland in set 3. But let's have a look in at the path. Up in the Twin Cities, we've got Ohio State up 2-1. Minnesota took set 1, 25-19. Ohio State has taken the next couple of sets. Gabby Gonzalez leading the way. She's got 15 kills for the Buckeyes and has had nearly 50 swings for them tonight.
Yeah, she's come alive too, and it was somebody that, as an outside hitter, Coach Carlson had taken her out because of way too many errors, and then she got the nod to start, and ever since then, she's been gangbusters for Ohio State.
That's an Ohio State team locked with Maryland at 4-6. Those teams tied for 8th along with Michigan State. Remember, Minnesota 9-1, so we will keep our eyes on that. Mike Hall, Michelle McMahon, they've got their eyes on that. They'll get the highlights for you from all the matches, including that one on the Volleyball Report coming up later tonight right here on BTN. Recky got it past Raynell Jones.
Yeah, the matchup that we were talking about earlier was the Recky-Myers matchup here, and Recky's doing a nice job of hitting around, hitting above Katie Myers right now. She's having her way.
She's got those 16 kills. She does not have an error tonight. Haggerty. A tip just missed the line. Tiffany Clark is trying to plead with Kelly Sheffield to grab the green card. And he will. Listen to his captain.
And Tiffany Clark's got the clap going, too.
She's like, Coach, how did it take you that long?
Right. I think he's laughing about it as well.
That is
Haggerty
tremendous.
coming in, too. That's a nice tip, too. I want all the high school players out there watching that. You got to double block, identify the defense on the other side, make them work for this.
Yeah, this, at least to my eye, this could be pretty quick, right?
Yeah. It looks in. Look at Haggerty looking at it all the way coming down.
All eyes.
That's right.
On the Badgers' side.
She's got to get that tip, too, around Jaden Gardner. That's not easy to do.
We did make quick work of that. Kelly Sheffield heard his team. They're fired up. Haggerty's tip as Wisconsin ahead by 5 in set 3.
I wish I knew those challenges back then.
Well, yeah, when you knew it right away, then you looked like a genius. Former Wisconsin setter Liz Tortorello Nelson, Mike Monaco, our BTN crew with you tonight. Terps within 4 still.
Yeah, good response, too, by Maryland.
Coming up for Maryland, they go to Columbus and square off with Ohio State on Saturday. Then next week, they turn right back around. They host Minnesota and these Badgers. 2 points away now after Retke's kill.
Nice three-point pass by Barnes, really holding that platform out. She's doing a great job tonight. Hilly finding a little flat. Retke, same thing. Doesn't matter where her feet are. Her arms get up. She finds the court.
And it just hasn't seemed to matter for her tonight. Gardner. It's a big arm for the redshirt sophomore from outside of San Antonio.
Yeah, that's a nice tempo, too. I'm not seeing a lot of speed out of Maryland tonight, but that was good. That was a great connection. Forces the middle blocker on Wisconsin move their feet.
No Terps player in double figures with kills tonight. Retke and the Badgers have match point. Retke serves. Maryland not done yet. That is Rebecca Rath, the true freshman.
Out of system kill, too. Rivas got some assists going tonight. Nice job by Rath keeping the ball in front of her.
We pray John back in. Remember, Nicole Alford missed the first 9 matches with a foot injury. We'll see what her status is going forward. Hart with a tip. And Wisconsin is 11-0 in the Big Ten.
TCB taking care of business. Wisconsin.